Hello, my name is Nicole Rudy, and I'm doing my practicum at the Human Rights Education Institute, also known as HREI in Coeur Idaho. I really did not think I would like doing macro work, but I really enjoy the people that I work with, and I'm learning a lot from them. The experience that I'm getting is invaluable. The Human Rights Education Institute teaches grade K through 12, but also does a lot out in the community. I think their mission statement says it well. At the Human Rights Education Institute, it is our mission to celebrate diversity and human rights by educating, raising awareness, and recognizing the value of all humanity. Some of the policies, laws, and practices that impact the client system and delivery of services are things like affirmative action, where the Supreme Court's overturned the affirmative action program, which was put into place in 1965. It stated that you needed to employ a certain number of people of diverse life experiences. That included people of color and women. Affirmative action getting overturned by the Supreme Court will basically give people the ability to discriminate again. Gay rights versus free speech. The courts recently sided in favor of religious expression over the LGBTQIA plus expression when they sided with the cake designer who discriminated against a gay couple who wanted a cake. She refused services based on their sexual orientation because of her religious beliefs. Freedom of speech protects the LGBTQIA plus community from the government passing laws or regulations that stifle speech or expression of their identities. They should not have to self-censor in order to avoid adverse treatment. In this ruling, this was not the case. The Add the Words campaign. Add the Words campaign was a movement to try and include gay and transgender people in Idaho to non-discrimination laws. The decision was made by the Supreme Court in 2020 to ban discrimination against gay and transgender people in employment and housing. Roe versus Wade. So Roe versus Wade ruled that abortion should be legal in 1973, but recent Supreme Court ruling was overturned, making abortion illegal again. It's really difficult to educate the community or build awareness for human rights when the Supreme Court overturns rulings that protect human rights, like affirmative action, gay rights versus free speech, or Roe versus Wade. HREI is a nonprofit agency and has a board of directors. The board of directors includes the president, Whitney Pfeiffer, who is a part of the National Democratic Institute. And then underneath Whitney is the vice president, Benjamin Morton, who is also a member of the National Democratic Institute. And then underneath the president and the vice president, you have the 4 board members, which is Marcy Hartzell with Tesh, Marlo Faulkner with First Touch Foundation, Linda Deffenbach, retired educator, and Eleanor Lyon, associate professor emerita, University of Connecticut. And then under the board of directors, you get the executive director, Jeanette Lester. And under her, you have your intern coordinator, Chris Brooks, your volunteer coordinator, and your administration assistant. Underneath the intern coordinator, you have your interns like Sophia Learman and myself. And underneath the volunteer coordinator, you have all your volunteers. And there's a lot of them that work together to run HREI. Major programs that are operated by HREI include Multicultural Camp, teaching elementary age schools about elementary aged kids about different cultures around the world. Youth Advocates for Human Rights, teaching middle school aged kids about human rights. Teen Symposium, which is a level above advocacy camp. It's more action orientated. I Am, which is a foster kids camp. The Human Library, which is where books come to speak to different people and people can walk in and talk to the books, and the books are just people from different cultural backgrounds. The community conversations topic, where you have a panel of people that are impacted by the topic or experts of that topic or a mixture of the two, and then the community comes in questions after a panel does a small presentation. Or Movies in the Park, which is done with the police department, showing multicultural films on human rights. We also did in-school collaborations and winter and spring holidays or breaks, we have camp for the kids to come and participate in. The objective or goals for each of the programs is to educate the community of human rights and raise awareness for the value of humanity. HREI does not have federal funding. Their funding sources are primarily donations and grants. Most of their donations are generated through in-kind, which is the volunteer work of volunteers and interns who run HREI. Jeanette Lester manages many programs at HREI and networks with many outside agencies to gain support and partnerships within the community. Some of the agencies that HREI currently collaborates with include law enforcement, North Idaho College, University of Idaho, Lewis and Clark State College, Boise State University, State Commerce, City Council, Safe Passage, Kootenai Environmental Alliance, North Idaho Pride Alliance, Art Walk, Kootenai Health, Heritage Health, and multiple nonprofits, which again, Jeanette is so great at connecting and networking with the nonprofits to build alliances. Chris Brooks is the intern coordinator, and she is technically a volunteer, is not considered staff. There are many different fields of internships within HREI. Chris manages the social work internships, and we recruit community members as mentors for the interns, for the other interns. Some of the delivery models and methods used in social work internship include education, networking, community partnerships, walk-in, people come and tour, events, and camps. Some of the evidence-based theories that are used are network theory, field theory, community theories, learning theory, and development through the lifespan, which is Erickson. In the internship program, data collected includes the learning contract and weekly supervisory meetings, and the interns contribute program hours and educational programs. That concludes my agency presentation for the Human Rights Education Institute. Thanks, you guys. Hope you enjoyed.